How were your high school years? Like, do you remember them much?
I do. I do. They were pretty eventful. Lots going on, lots of drama, but I think like overall, like a pretty fun experience. I would probably, if someone were to ask me, "Oh, would you repeat your high school years?" Probably
Hmm.
would. I probably would. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably would too. But yeah, so we didn't have to deal with all the cyberbullying and stuff that they have
Yeah,
now.
and the social media drama and all of
Social
that.
media, yeah, we didn't have social media drama. People had like MySpace. I didn't have a MySpace. I don't even know what that was.
I never had MySpace. I think I had like High Five or something like that. Some random thing like that people joined, but I probably still have the High Five account somewhere.
Really?
Which would be which needs to be taken off the internet, most likely.
Yeah.
Doesn't try.
But do you think
Hmm.
if we were in the technological age of today, we would be able to handle high school, like social media and like texting and all that type of stuff?
I think probably
Yeah.
not because like I just think that everything would just be like 10 times worse.
Hmm.
You get what I mean? Like so we were
Hmm.
like going through some things, but like at least it wouldn't go viral.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah,
basically everywhere.
it was contained
Hmm.
and I just think that nowadays
Yeah.
everybody do business and like you make one mistake and
Hmm.
literally ruin your life.
But like, so I remember back in 2021,
Mm.
there was a headline on the news. So it was about this girl and her boyfriend. They were being cyberbullied like through text messages.
Mm.
Of course, it being a news, it caught like wildfire because the person who was cyberbullying them was the mom of the girl.
That is wild.
So let
How
me
did
get
they
into
find out
all
was the
that.
mom?
Do you know about the story?
No, no.
Are you kidding me?
It doesn't the way you've started it doesn't ring a bell to me. So I'm keen to
Okay.
find out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this started in 2021, but I actually saw the article when the headlines were like, what did it say? It said something like mother facing charges after cyberbullying her own daughter. Like what?
That has to be wild. That has to be like beyond. I mean, getting arrested for your own spawn.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. So I think at the time, basically that was it. And I guess if you're that type of person, you'll probably go and follow like the court proceedings, but ain't nobody got
Mm.
time for that, girl. It's like I read the article and was just like, damn, that's a shame. But then, just going about my business. So Netflix decided,
Netflix decided.
Netflix
Okay, so it's on
decided
Netflix as well. There's like a show.
they created a documentary about it.
Okay.
So now it's like back in the news. Yeah, so I watched it. And before watching, I had my own ideas about how it was going to play out. Because
Mhm.
of course, if you read the article, you already knew the mom did it. Okay, fine. But I actually didn't really look up who the daughter, the all the people. I didn't look up their faces or anything. Like I
Okay.
probably saw the mom's face in the article, like her mugshot, but that's it.
Okay, and like did you figure out like the motive for why?
Yes. Um, I thought the messages would be kind of like teenager style,
Mm,
like messages like, of course, there would be a little bit of like cursing or whatever, because kids do that. Like,
yeah.
B, I got your man, and what you gonna do about it? You know, he don't want you, he want me.
Oh my word. Okay.
Messages were gonna be like that, but
Okay, so
girl.
just a whole bunch of mess, basically.
It was it I you should watch it, but I'm gonna tell you about it. So
Okay.
the very first text that went to the girl and the boyfriend,
Mm.
they were in a group chat. And it says something like, "Hi, the boy," because I don't want to say his name. Everybody knows that it's all on Netflix and whatever. So they were
Mhm.
like, "The boy is breaking up with you. He no longer likes you and hasn't liked you for a while. It's obvious he wants me. He laughs, smiles, and touches my hair. Not sure what he told you, but he's coming to the Halloween party, and we're both DTF." Okay. I was like, that may sound like something a kid would say, like a teenager,
Uh-huh.
because they
Yeah.
didn't say like the whole word. They just used acronym DTF. And I was just
Mm.
like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah,
It
it
could
could
pass.
pass
It
for a
could pass
teenager.
for a
Yeah, yeah.
teenager. Hmm.
So the girl said that the messages stopped right after the Halloween party, but about 11 months later,
Oh
the
no, but tell me, but wait a minute, wait. What happened at the Halloween party? What happened at the party?
nothing. It was just they had the Halloween party. Everything was cool. Nothing happened. That's it.
Okay.
There
Okay.
was a girl having a Halloween party, and the messages came up. So they thought the girl that was throwing the Halloween party probably did this.
Was just trying to be
Was
messy.
trying to
Yeah.
be messy, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But after the Halloween party, they had the party, and it was like, that's it, done,
It was
fine,
chill, and
fine.
I suppose they were together. They didn't have any issues as a couple.
At that time, no, they didn't have any issues.
Okay.
So about 11 months later, the messages came back. And it was around the time they were starting school. I think they were in ninth grade. They were starting ninth grade.
Hmm.
So the messages came back, and the second message was like, "So, how is the happy couple preparing for the end of their golden relationship? We hear about how you are the forever couple." Um, it was just strange like that. That's it. And then,
Sounds like more like a
yeah,
jealous
it
vibe,
does.
like you know what I mean?
They started getting progressively worse. So they said that the girl was getting about 6 messages a day.
Damn.
Yeah. And like
Hmm.
I said, these kids were like in ninth grade. So finally, about them trying to figure out what was going on, about five kids. So that's the girl, her
Hmm.
boyfriend, and then three other girls. One of the girls was the boyfriend's cousin.
Hmm.
They all got pulled into this because they're trying to figure out, like, okay, well, in high school we don't like this girl because of this, and the other girl was like, well, I didn't do it because I'm quiet, and this girl. And then of course the parents are involved because the police have to ask for permission to, question the kids.
Yeah.
So they were trying to connect the timestamps of the messages with the timestamps from the CC TV videos in
Hmm.
the school to see if they could catch somebody maybe going into the hallway or
Sending,
whatever.
yeah, or saying
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah,
suspicious or
yeah.
whatever.
Being
Mhm.
suspicious, but they didn't catch anybody. They couldn't figure it out. So this girl now, she started getting messages telling her to go kill herself. She needed to kill herself. And not on top of that, she's getting messages that I really don't want to repeat because it's just nasty. You got to go read them. And when those messages started, I was like, nah, this ain't no kid. Reading those messages, you could tell that was not a kid.
Okay, like so no no no. So did this okay, because if you were telling me that the content of the messages was very like adult like, did the kid realize that or did the kid just continue to think, no, it must be one of my peers who's like
Yeah.
trying to who
They
has a
kept
copy?
saying, yeah, they kept saying that no, it must be one of the peers.
Hmm.
Yeah, they were like, no, it has to be somebody because nobody would believe that an adult would do it. But then I'm reading the messages on this documentary and I'm like, you can clearly tell that's an adult. Kids don't know enough about this to talk about this. It was
Yeah.
sexual in nature.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, no, the fact that I know that it's the mom, right, is even it's like weirding me out so much is that like why would you even like
and
start to have that kind of
she
conversation
was
with your
sending
own
it to
kid?
her own daughter. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then she's sending messages telling her to go kill herself. But anyway, so um so uh After 18 months, the local police department was like doing the best that they could to get as much information as possible. They dumped everybody's cell phones. They go in through the IT department and they get all the messages and
Okay,
just
like
try to
like scrub, like trying to
scrub the
like get
database.
everything.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. And but I mean, they still couldn't figure out what it was. So finally, they asked the FBI help from the cyber crime department,
Mhm.
and they did the same thing that the cops did. Um, they dumped the cell phone, same thing the local cops did, and then that didn't work. And then they started looking to the companies that own the phone number.
Mm.
So while they're doing all of this, the girl and the boy break up. Um, they go their separate ways, and
Is it because of the drama or
yes,
like
because of
just
all the drama. The girl didn't
okay?
trust him, the boy didn't trust her. And it was just it was nasty. But the messages kept coming to the boy.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Like the not only was the girl receiving them, the boy was also receiving.
Yes, the boy was receiving the messages too. So the girl kept getting messages like, you need to just kill yourself, you need to kill yourself. And the boy was getting messages too. And so he's trying to get on with his life because finally they broke up. So they're thinking like, okay, we broke up finally. This person got what they wanted. Nope, messages are still coming. So the boy, he meets another girl in a different city, child. Different city. And they decided to start dating. So he went to the city to, hang out with the girl, meet her, come
I'm
back
sorry. How
home.
old is this person?
They in ninth, 10th grade by this time because it's been 18 months since the messages started.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering, because even still, 10th grade, I mean, okay, all right, maybe I don't know kids anymore, but like, are you out here like telling someone to go to a different city to meet someone?
It's
Okay.
probably not too far away. Girl, this is like a little bitty city. It's like, I think they said in the whole school, there's like 700 kids. The whole
Okay.
school.
Okay. Got to
Right.
put it in context.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, so he went to meet the girl, hang out with her. He come
So
back
you liked her?
home.
He
Hmm?
liked her? He liked her
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah,
met
yeah. He
her?
liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He come back home, get a text message, and was like, my mom received some weird message from somebody I think you know. She's saying something like, I don't know, you better tell your daughter to stop talking to some crazy mess. Okay.
Hmm.
So now the messages are going to the new girlfriend's mom.
The new girlfriend's mom.
Yes. So now it looks like whoever this is sending messages is obsessed with this boy.
Okay. Which makes it even worse for me.
Exactly. So like I said, the or
Hmm.
text, is it called ping or text free? It's called text. It's both. Anyways,
Companies that you like, you go to the mall and then you buy a line there or something like that.
it's just an application. It's an online application. So you can download it to your phone and you can get a free phone number. So you can use it for texting or whatever. You just have to be under Wi-Fi.
Okay. And is it like, is it a traceable? Since
It's
it's
traceable because the
local.
police
Yeah.
could subpoena the company. Yeah, because they found out that the company that owns the phone numbers is Pinger, which is that online application. And I've
Okay.
actually used them before because living outside the country,
Hmm.
I needed something. I just used it. Anyways, and that was like some time ago. And yeah, but anyway, so then Pinger said they looked up the phone numbers and they were like, oh, it's coming back to this IP address, but we don't know what company owns the IP address. So they found out that Verizon owns that IP address and
Hmm.
or it goes through the IP address go through Verizon, however it works.
Hmm.
So they're looking through the messages, they're looking through all the files they got, they're looking through the IP addresses and it keeps coming back to the same name. And it's the name of the girl's mother. And her name is, what's her name? Kendra. Her name is Kendra.
Okay.
So,
Right.
girl, Kendra, for almost 2 years, has been sending messages to her daughter
And
and
the
her
daughter's
now
boyfriend.
ex-boyfriend. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, so
Is Kendra okay?
girl,
Like mentally?
I don't know. So they walk up on this woman at her house and basically was like, Kendra, where the phone's at?
Where they at? Is she
Where,
alright?
where them phones at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. So, yeah, they walk up on her, they ask her about the phones, and then they finally had to tell the daughter what was
Oh
going
my
on.
word.
They told the daughter,
She get
and
the time
I'm about to tell you.
to do all this mess.
So he gets home. Also, the police has to tell them that they found out she got fired from her jobs over a year ago. So apparently she had two jobs. She's supposed to be working at a university and in another company as well. I'm
Hmm.
not sure what company that was. But
Okay, so like
anyway,
on a part-time basis or whatever.
no, it's supposed to be full time. I think
Okay.
it was supposed to be full time. And
All right, so
so
so but I mean my thing is that like okay, how come no one in her family knew? Because that's like a big check, right? That's a check.
so the husband entrusted her to take care of the finances, pay the bills, all this type of stuff. He just go to work. That's all he know. He go to work, he come home, he take care of the family. And that's
Okay.
sad. So
That is super sad actually.
he didn't know. He said, so when did you let go from your job? Because and then she said she was trying to mumble something, I don't know. And then he said, but I thought you quit. He thought she had quit one job and started maybe the next one. And
Hmm.
she just probably wasn't going at all. Wasn't going at all because she was keeping up with these text messages. That's what I'm gathering. Just um But one thing he said that I was like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not in her shoes. Um, he said, if these cops leave here and you don't tell me the truth and I get like um irate or crazy or something, then I'm gonna end up having to go to jail.
It's basically you threatening to beat the brakes off of
Yeah, because he was like, nope, you need to get up and get out. But anyways, yep, find out it was the mama. This is all types of crazy. And then Netflix decided that they want her to tell her side of the story.
Netflix. Netflix is always out for the man.
Tell me about it. So she may have a mental disability. I don't know. But for me, it seemed like she was just pulling stuff out the sky. But anyways, she had the nerve to say that no one was perfect and that realistically a lot of us have probably broken the law at some point or another and had not been caught.
Not against your children.
She said, I'm sure people have driven drunk and have not been caught. But if you get caught, you're in the same situation, but for a different thing.
No, we not. We are different.
She feels that people lose sight of that.
I've lost sight of it.
Exactly. We have lost sight of whatever you're talking about, lady,
Yeah,
because
because
ma'am.
no, girl.
She was charged with stalking a minor and she was sentenced to 19 months
She's lucky she only got
in
19
prison.
months. So
People think that she should have been charged with anything that having to do with pedophilia because the
yeah,
way she
yeah.
went after that boy was nuts. After they broke up, that should have been like the end of those messages, in my opinion.
Girl, even before that. I mean, like, so,
She
I
shouldn't
mean,
have done them at all,
okay,
but
so
I thought
so
she
she
wanted them to
wants her
break
kid.
up.
She wants her kid to break up with him.
From the way, okay, that's why I was like, you gotta watch the Netflix
Yeah, because
documentary,
for
because
me, the way you described it, it kind of sounds like she had a crush on this boy.
but even after they broke up, she didn't stop. That's what I'm saying. Because if she had a
Mm.
crush on him, why are you still messaging your daughter and the boy? And of course, she must have had a crush on the boy because she messaged him some
She mentioned someone else's
lady,
mom.
mama. Girl, like what?
That is beyond me. I'm sorry.
It's called Unknown Number on Netflix if you get a chance to see it.
I will. I'm gonna watch it because I'm just trying to understand because there's no way, like, as in I'm not, why would you even try to justify that? Like, because if I was to go onto a show like that and I had did some mess like that, I would like just be remorseful and just say, I lost my
Exactly.
mind.
Exactly. She
I
could have
literally
she
lost my mind.
that's that's what I'm saying. That's what